Hey family, I just finished talking to an amazing young lady and it sparked this video. She said something to me. I asked her how she was doing. She said, better this week. Last week was tough. I was standing in the gap for my family. My response was, get out the gap. And so what I mean by that is I told her the story of my grandmother. My grandfather got ill. And when my grandfather got ill, she then stood in the gap for him and started taking care of him. And he was a little stubborn, didn't want to do right, didn't want to eat right, but she was standing in the gap. He wasn't doing his part, but she was standing in the gap. My grandmother abruptly died. It devastated everyone because my grandfather was the sick one. So they expected her to outlive him. And he lived 15, 20 more years, lived to be over 100. When he died, it wasn't devastating to everyone. I'm sad, but not devastating. Grandma, my dear, died devastating because she was standing in the gap. I want to tell you the reason why, because people who stand in the gap usually suffer more than the people they are standing in the gap for. And you have to get out the gap. You have to stop being available to everyone all the time. You have to start saying no. You have to stop being always ready to help, always ready to sacrifice your time, talent, and treasures for people who aren't even doing their part. Get out the gap. Well, how do I help them? Do I forget my family, my friends? Do I ignore them? No, you don't ignore them. The best way to help people is to be an example. Build up yourself. Get your money right. Get your mind right. Buy that house. Get your body right. Get in shape. Live better. Think better. Grow. Your example will be what they need. Joseph couldn't help his siblings by standing in the gap. How did he help them? He got away from them and enhanced his life, and then he was able to help them. So the best way to help people is get out the gap. Stop standing in the gap for people. Get out the gap. You're going to die in the gap. Get out the gap and be an example. I hope that blessed you. God bless.